think about the protests that are currently going on in Egypt today?
Well, I'm really pleased to see that we have a collective group of people through a grassroots effort wanting to make their voice heard and believing in the process of democracy and change and actually getting to see that become implemented in their life. I think it's a wonderful experience for everyone involved and everyone watching throughout the entire world. I think it's great for kids to see that change and positive change is possible and democracy is possible. So I think it's been a beautiful experience for everyone involved.
So you believe it's a great experience to spread democracy and you applaud the protesters that are in Egypt?
Absolutely. I think what they did was set a beautiful example. I've been very pleased to see that they did so. Two things. One is that it was kind of a self-motivated type of initiative where they believed in themselves and started this change. I also am pleased to see that it was all, for the very vast majority, done very peacefully and in a very civilized manner. And so I think that sets a wonderful stage for the future for people who want to.
Okay. How do you feel about other countries that are currently also engaging in protests against their government in the Middle East?
Well, I think that every situation is different. Every country's got its own particular dynamics, and it would be hard to say that what works for one country is going to work a blanket statement for everybody.
I noticed you emphasized on peaceful protests quite a bit. How do you feel about the government and pro-government people taking more or less a violent attack on them against the peaceful protesters? Like, how do you feel about the people who've been killed and injured?
Well, our hearts go out to all of the families who have been negatively affected by what's been going on, for those who have been injured and for those who have lost their lives. I feel like it was very tragic, senseless, and irresponsible, frankly.
How do you feel? Do you think it was a smart decision for the president to resign?
Well, I think if as the case was, the vast majority of the people were very disappointed in the way that he was handling things and were calling for his resignation and for positive changes and a movement towards democracy, then that was really the only remaining thing that could be done.
How do you think the Muslim community here, like in the United States and the Columbia area, how do you think they are reacting to what's going on in Egypt?
I think that for the most part, practically speaking, everyone's kind of, going about life as usual. We're Americans and really trying to just kind of go about day-to-day work, school, things like that. But certainly a lot of families have been following the developments in Egypt and I think are very glad to see that the ideals which we hold so valuable here in the U.S. are able to spread to other countries as well.